It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show, coming to you each and every day, right here through the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is at OBNradio.com, and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we will jump right into today's episode. Of course, we are still talking about the Bayou Classic and the game that happened between Grambling and Southern. Of course, Southern being victorious, and they'll head to the reservation this week to take on Alcorn. But other news of interest, after that game, there was a shooting in the famous French Quarter areas of downtown New Orleans. And the 10 victims that were hit, one of them was former Prairie View standout running back, All-American running back, I might add, Jonta Hebert. He was hit in the abdomen and arm. He is home recovering. And our thoughts and prayers are with he and his family and the other victims who were hit in the midst of that mayhem that happened. That was a very sour note to what had been an extraordinary week of celebration. So get well, little brother. Godspeed be with you. There was a huge announcement made by Jacksonville University, not Jacksonville State University, but Jacksonville University. There are two of them. In fact, we have scheduled later today to speak with Jacksonville State University Athletic Director, Mr. Greg Seitz. He is the head of the FCS Selection Committee. He's the chairperson of that. We'll get a chance to talk to him about the process and procedures, so on and so forth. But Jacksonville University came out with the announcement late yesterday evening that they will no longer participate in Division I football programming, effective immediately. So this 3-8 or 4-8 season that they had is done, finished, over with. Now, they were a part, and I guess would still be a part, of the Pioneer Football League. And the Pioneer Football League, as a matter of fact, does have a representative in the FCS playoffs, that in the likes of San Diego. But they decided after a 15-month study that they would dissolve football and keep the other sports. The campus holds about 3,100, and they have about 450 student athletes involved. Now, here is the uniqueness about this particular decision that was made by Jacksonville. It was a non-scholarship conference in the ranking of football. But as a result, any player that decides to stay at Jacksonville will have all tuition paid for until they've completed their degree program, which is almost better than actually having to pay to play, if you would. So it'll be an interesting decision to see what some of the ball players will do. I'm pretty sure some will remain and take advantage of that opportunity. Others will seek to extend their playing careers because they would have immediate eligibility wherever they decide to land, on whatever level they would decide to go on. But a very interesting decision. And when speaking with the athletic director, it was said that after the 15-month study, they had to look out for the best interest of all student athletes. All student athletes. And as a result, They felt like the return of investment that it would take to maintain a football program was not worth it in the long haul, which leads one to believe, with the way things are operating on the FBS and the way things are in the FCS, you have the Group 5, and it's obvious that until something drastically changes on the FBS playoff selection process, how much money does one spend to hit a glass ceiling? So now this is probably the beginning of a huge domino effect, in particular within that Group 5 area, of how much will one spend on football when you cannot be recognized as a national champion. It's going to be very interesting to see who would be some of the programs to pull out. It leads me now to ask the question, which might be our poll question of the week. Could your university survive or have a true identity without football? Or better yet, who needs to follow the lead of Jacksonville and eliminate football from what appears to be an uphill battle on a slippery slope? Standards are forever changing. Some would consider it to be a moving target. Some would consider it to be a complete waste of time. It's almost as if you want the cake and you want to eat it too. We want to be recognized, but then we have to put ourselves in position to be recognized, which means you would have to, A, spend a little bit more money, B, beef up your scheduling, and C, win the games that you're stepping up to be considered a legitimate factor at the table. Or are you okay with business as usual? This is a move by Jacksonville that I'm sure is going to at least create conversation amongst other FCS programs, and do not be surprised if they hit in the HBCU circuit. Just something to look out for. Always something to look out for. We have a very, very special project that we're finalizing that I'm sure you're going to appreciate to be a part of the OpenMic Broadcast Network team that'll be featured on the Sports Report Live Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Can't wait to unveil that for you. Don't forget the Carlos Brown Show on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Miss Sandra Stamps, I spoke with her. She has almost recovered 100%. She'll be back with more of She Said, and all the games and interviews that we have scheduled in the very near future. Don't forget, we are going to be hearing from Greg Seitz, Athletic Director of Jacksonville State University, and the Chairman of the FCS selection process for the playoffs. I am going to exit stage left for right now. Our time is far spent for today. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, become a member of the Go-To crew. Help us continue to expand our coverage here at the OpenMic Broadcast Network. I've got to go. Until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.